especially because we have a few of us. But I'm Dr. Bender. I've seen a lot of you before. I know a lot of you. And I'm the Dean of Students, which means that I work with student issues, I work with conduct issues, I also work with clubs and organizations, but a lot of my work it's really been a busy year, and a lot of my work has centered on conduct issues and kind of violations of the Student Conduct Code, which is 12 pages. And it's on the web if anybody has interest in reading the Student Conduct Code. I think that I had told Rita that it might be good for me and our security and our police department to be here to speak with you so that you understand that as an international student how some of the code might pertain to you. I think the main thing I want to say is that a lot of students don't realize that if they think that if they're a Shawnee student and as long as they're not breaking laws on campus, that that's all that matters, that they won't get in trouble, and it's not that case. We've had situations where students might be drinking alcohol and they're underage, and I know it can be different in your own country, but here, of course, as you know, you have to be 21 to drink alcohol, so they're drinking alcohol way off campus or even in Athens, Ohio at the Halloween party. And I've had a situation where a student was arrested in Athens for being at the party and drinking, and I was informed of that through our police department, and so when they came back to campus, I had to speak with them, and I had to put into place the Student Conduct Code with their behavior. And so they receive sanctions, which you can look at as punishment, but sanctions we try to help the student grow from. Our goal really is to help students grow and develop and learn from a situation and become a better functioning adult. That's really the goal, because I was a college student. I've had 3 children who have been college students, and there's a lot of difficulty in going through the college years and always making good decisions. It's hard to always make good decisions. So it's pretty normal sometimes that there's some bumps along the way. So I don't look at it terribly when I have a student that comes to see me, because we're pretty human and we make mistakes. So I like to see students grow from it and become a better person as a result of it. But I wanted you to know that the code, and probably when you go to another institution, if some of you do that, which you probably will, and if they're like us, that code will follow you. It's because you're a Shawnee-State student. We expect you to behave and follow the laws no matter where you are. So even if you study abroad, this code follows you when you study abroad, and you can have ramifications back on our campus. And that's my main message I wanted to share. Besides that, I love being involved in the civic activities, as most of you probably know. I guess at this time, I'd like to introduce you to Sergeant John Peters, and he can talk about the department and some of how they approach working with students in enforcing laws and the code, but also helping students as they go through their college years.
Good afternoon. Okay, like Felicia said, I'm John Peters. I've been in law enforcement about 16 years. I'll just set some things straight here too. I know some of you come from countries where law enforcement is probably the most scariest thing you've ever seen in your life. You're not supposed to deal with them at all or anything like that. Here, don't worry about it. You see us out walking around, driving around, wave, say hi, whatever you want to do. We're here for you, okay? We are here for you. We're here to help you. If you got a problem, anything to stop us, well, we're happy to talk, okay? If we can't find an answer for you, we'll find it. Fortunately, with Dr. Bradbury, it makes it real easy. Having that in mind, let me go over a few things for you. Like Dr. Bradbury mentioned, the liquor laws. That seems to be our biggest sticking issue around here lately. 21 to have it, 21 to consume it. It is a violation of Ohio law if you do, okay? With that does happen, it can be anything from going to jail, to a ticket, to just visiting Dr. Bradbury. But in each of those instances, you will visit Dr. Bradbury. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you're not 21, just don't do it. Wait. It's worth the wait, trust me. I'm 48 years old, and I've had my share, unfortunately. It's not that great of a thing. Driving. You have to have a license to drive. You have to have insurance to drive. If you're not licensed within Ohio or have an international driver's license, and there's some hoops to jump through there, you can't drive, unfortunately. I'm sorry. You can't borrow your buddy's car and say, go down to Walmart and come back. That's a no-no. From what I got out of our meeting yesterday, was it? They're working on trying to get some rides and stuff like that in the future. Anything like that. Also, back to the drinking thing. Heaven forbid you go out and get drunk, okay? And you are somewhere here in town. You don't know where you are. You can pick up the phone and call us, okay? If we are not busy and we are able to, we might even come get you. Once. Once. Okay? We're here to help, okay? So make sure you got the licensing thing down. Like she said, the code of conduct, it is wide and very, has everybody read it all? Okay? I've read it once, and I'll probably have to read it again too, okay? The key is, that's what I tell my own kids, and I've got 2 through high school, 1 in the military, or through college, and 1 getting ready to go in college, okay? If you got to think about it a lot before you do it, chances are you probably shouldn't do it. So I tell my kids, it seems to work for them so far. So just keep that in mind. We're here to help you. Absolutely, 110%. If we can do it, we'll do it for you. All right? Alcohol, code of conduct, is there anything I'm missing?
I thought we maybe should mention if they're in housing and there's drinking going on, and some are underage and some are overage.
Okay. You're over in one of the Campus View apartments. Let's say it's your apartment. You're under 21. You got 3 friends that bring in bottles. If there's anybody there under 21, it can't happen, period. Okay? It can't happen. Everybody there has to be 21. If somebody lives there and is not there, and they're under 21, it can't happen. Okay? Does everybody understand that? Okay? Like I said before, the best issue is you got a whole life ahead of you. You're here to study and have fun. Leave the alcohol until after college. Okay? It just makes sense to me. I wish I had done it too when I was in college. So, dormitories. Is everybody familiar with when you come and live in the dormitories, what you sign? About residence coordinators and stuff like that. You know, they can come check your room if they got a hint of drugs or anything like that. Okay? And then we're on the issue of drugs. I know some countries marijuana is legal. It's not here. It's not here at all. When I was in the military, I was in a place where it was legal, but we weren't still allowed to do it because we were there in the military and we're allowed to. It is illegal. Marijuana is illegal. So, it's just one of those things. You just can't do it. You're in America. It's a free country. It's a wonderful country. We just have some laws that pertain to everybody, and just the way it works. So does everybody understand about drinking? Somewhat? Okay.
Question.
Sure.
If they are sharing a room and they're underage and a roommate brings alcohol in, but they're not drinking, what should they do? And the roommate is of age, what would you say they should do?
I would probably protest to that roommate. I would have something set up way before that saying, hey, just don't have anything because I get in trouble. And if it becomes an issue, let your RAs know about it. Okay? That way the RAs can have it, kind of take it off your back handle it, okay? They'll probably let the RC know, the RC will come down and check the room, if there's a problem, they'll deal with that. Because you reported it, that kind of takes you off the hook too, okay?
And you can report anonymously. The other thing is, there's a lot of weed, marijuana on campus, and might even be happening in your own unit. You can get in trouble if it's in your unit, even if you're not using it. So you really got to watch out for yourself. And you might think that's unfair, but that's how the code is written. So if there's marijuana in the unit, even if you're not using, you can get in trouble. So what I would suggest, or if you know people that this pertains to, I would suggest you have them call the anonymous MyRA line and report it. It's anonymous. And you can say, I know, unfortunately, sometimes there's buying and selling going on. And you can report, I know this is going on in room such and such, because if you happen to be in that area, you get in trouble, and you don't want to get in trouble. It's been a bad year. It's been a bad year for judicial stuff. I have suspended 35 students, and last year it was 9. It's amazing. It's just amazing. And it's not all, it's all kinds of stuff. It's drugs, it's selling, it's not doing sanctions, just silly stuff. They don't do their sanctions, and they don't do them, they don't do them, so they get suspended. Although most of it's not that. Most of it's more serious. It's assaults. So it's been a bad year. So I hope next year will be better. There's too many things happening. It will be for Barb.
No, won't be for us.
I'm retired.
I'm jealous, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, me too. Let me throw this at you too. If by chance you have marijuana and you decide you do not want it anymore, there's nothing saying, for one, you can't flush it, okay? But if you just don't feel comfortable flushing it, give us a call, we'll come take it, okay? Period. We'll come take it, we'll get rid of it for you. I'd rather you guys not have it and go clean and not have to worry about it and pass it off to somebody, keeping it around, having it begging at you to go do it again, whatever. We're here to help. We'll come get it. I don't mind. If that's the case, I probably won't even ask any questions. I'll just say, okay, thank you, and we'll get it destroyed. Okay? I think that shows a huge amount of being an adult if you can do that. For heaven forbid, if you find a tooth, you see how we can get it. Then don't put it in your pocket. Think about it. Because it's usually the real honest people who get caught first. Yes, ma'am.
Just thought you might want to mention like what happens if you're off campus and you're just trying to defend somebody or break up a fight, what can happen?
There was a fight a few weeks ago outside Noggins at 2:30 in the morning, and 4 students got beat. One got sent to Columbus, really serious. Don't be out at 2:30 in the morning. Try not to be out at 2:30 in the morning. And if you see a fight going on, get away. Go away. If you see a friend or somebody getting beat, go to the authorities right there.